Okay, now my mic is on. I just had to get that out of the way. Since I'm not doing anything very intensive here, I should just be able to switch to this tab and look at the chat. Um, Silicon Showdown got a Fanovor update, and I think I've figured it out pretty much. There's still a thing or a couple things that are missing, but um, someone's had a problem. Let me just enter the game here. Someone's had a problem with some of the things, and hopefully I can help them with this because I haven't been having the same problem. And this video is the video that I took of all the Fanovor that I had previously because there was a Fanovor wipe, so I'm gonna have to remake all of these. I'm gonna be doing a bit of that in this live stream, but if you have anything that you want to see if it works or whatever, I could demonstrate a few things right now if you just give me a second. I think they were having a problem with overrides, and yeah, they don't have this effect here ready yet. So I just put unfinished here, but I'll just add this condition for now because I think they were having a problem decreasing the opponent's stats. So let's just say value is 10. Oh, and also if anybody's watching, you can of course join the game. Maybe we can play a bit. I don't know. I don't know how long this live stream is gonna be, honestly. Strength decrease value 10, infinite. Don't need to worry about any of that. Affects target, and that should do it. And I already have quite a few of these that work, but I'm gonna be using Cybermite and Electromite. Oh, I didn't save that. I have. I'm gonna be using Cybermite's override because it's like a double override. I've already tested that and it seems to work. And I'm gonna test this, although I've already tested it and I've seen it work. So it should. You just leave that up there so I can just grab it whenever. Okay, strength decrease 10, infinite. Effects target 100%. Save effect. I don't know what all saves you need to click there, but I definitely need to update the Fanovor. Okay. No comments or anything yet. Let's just create a private room and do this. And I guess I'll have my mic turned off because I don't think I'll have anything to say while I'm doing this. It'll just be a second. Okay, so as you can see, how I've got those attacks set up, they are working correctly. I'll just delete this condition in effect because I don't actually want it there. I'll just wait until that effect is added in. And Cybermite's fusion mod, it looks like this. Alright. I've run into a few problems on this game, like this attack wasn't working at one point, but now it is. The developer's done a great job getting a lot of these bugs fixed really quickly. Okay. I guess that's just from whenever. It's definitely been like 7 minutes around that since this has started. But if any, I see they'll just entered and left and entered, but if anyone wants to say anything or do anything, I'll be looking at game chat. I'll be looking at the live stream chat. But until then, I'll just be looking at this video that I did. Excuse me. And trying to recreate these old Fanovor that I had. Let me see here. Where did I leave off? Not even sure if they've all been seen. Well, I know even some of them haven't been seen, but I'm not going to be doing this for that long to get all of them. Okay. Slither. Faction. Velocitron. Okay. 5153. Let me look here. Okay, just entering and leaving. Okay, armor is 5, 8. 30 and 36 speed. Swarm value 290, and base strength it's just and that. Okay. Okay, I seem to be able to place overrides now too. Yeah, I guess that was the other days saying that the overrides were stacking and that got fixed, but you're able to place the overrides now, or are you able to... Then I deleted it, but can you... Well, I already showed it earlier. I'm not sure if you need me to make it again, but I can make it again pretty quickly. Strength decrease, value 10, infinite. Don't need to worry about any of that. Affects target accuracy 100. That should work. Okay, first attack for Neo Slither. I actually like that it saves there. Now I don't remember it doing that before, but that's nice. Like, unless you exit to Nanosphere, it's still there. Okay. Okay, yeah, they don't stack anymore, and when I place them, the game doesn't crash, and man, I don't even remember that being a problem. I had a problem, I guess it's a crash, if the screen goes black, you aren't able to do anything, but if you created a condition and then deleted it without ever adding an effect to it, it would crash the game for some weird reason. That was the first thing that I found. I had to manually insert 0 for frequency. Let me just see here. It looks like it's automatically inserted. But if it wasn't automatically inserted, I don't know. I wasn't sure that was a problem that I ran into ever. Spike override. That thought that was like base power. Yeah. Now it's a no, just no. Okay, this Fanovor places a yellow spike, and with the red spike, it has 40 base power. So that's all conditions. And it's actually going to require 2 different conditions. So this first one's going to have no condition, and that's going to be a spike action set. Places a yellow. Duration rounds set to infinite. I'm pretty much setting everything to infinite because it's not like it's infinitely infinite. Like if they try and destroy it, it's not gonna be there anymore. It's infinitely there until it gets destroyed. Oh wow. Just pushed an update about 20 minutes ago. A lot of the issues we're facing should be resolved. Uh, if infinite means like permanent, yeah. Wait, why is that there? I don't know how that got there. Okay, effect is override effects user 100. Okay, so that's the first part there. Now I need a new condition, which is down there. Okay, so I can collapse. It's a weird gap there, but that's fine. Whoop. Oh. If you collapse, that's interesting. If you collapse the condition, it also just makes the effect disappear. Okay. Okay, so spike condition. It's gonna need a, with the red spike it has 40 base power. So condition type spike red equals new effect, and base power right there, value 40, set, duration rounds. How would that work? Would that, if I set that to infinite, would the attack actually have 40 base power forever? That isn't supposed to be the effect. I'm just interested. So would I, like, set that to 1 or leave it at 0? I'm thinking of just leaving it at 0 because, like, it 0 is basically the round that you're on. It's the effect. If you have the duration of at 1, it's gonna last into the next round and then disappear. So I assume that will be fine. Okay, base damage set. I know this probably wouldn't be anything, but I wonder what would happen if you set some of these as overrides. Like, what would this even mean? Would, like, all of your attacks have 40 base power now? That would just be, that'd be super weird. I don't even know if that's a thing you could do, or if you'd want to do that in the first place. Okay. Effects user. Yeah. Missing input, what am I missing? Condition. Do I just need to save condition? What do you mean? Condition type. Operator targets. Condition type value operator targets. I don't think I've ever. What would targets be? I'll have to figure that out. Okay. Is this a bug here? I don't know. I don't know why it's asking me for that. Set look here. Okay, I'll stop pulling that up if you're just leaving, coming back, whatever. You can have multiple effects as part of one condition, yeah, and if the condition is met, all of the effects will be placed, but these two things have separate conditions. I don't want them to happen at the same time. That's a good question. A damage set override. Does that have any use in game? Like I said, I don't know. That'd be a pretty out there effect, to be honest. That might actually be a bug. Yeah, maybe. That I'm not entirely... I don't know what I'd do to fix it right now, if it is or isn't a bug, since I can't find anything here. Suppose I'll just leave that for later, since I can't save those. Okay. This one should work pretty easily. Two. Okay, so this is gonna give Neo Slither .0 10 strength and swap block to target the round that it's used. So nothing else to add here. No conditions at all. Effect. Strength increase value 10. Yeah, it's still there. If you heard that, that's my dog. You might have heard it. I don't know. Hey. Okay, affects user 100. Okay, new effect. And swap block. Now, I should just point this out because I think this is interesting. You could decrease someone's swap block. I'd assume you could decrease someone's swap block like your own swap block with this. Like, you could just have a Fanovor that could use an attack and they just wouldn't be swap blocked anymore. I think that's very interesting. I'll have to test that out at some point. 1 and 1. It's just one round. Affects target 100%. Look. Yeah. That should work. Like I said, I'll have to test it. How long is 26 minutes? You know, while I'm here, I'm not gonna keep it this way, but I'm wondering how this works. Obviously, speed and strength you set a value, but I haven't really looked into it. Is that... Man, I can never remember. Is that the... Okay, that's the greater than symbol, right? This greater than that. Okay, so if something's strength is greater than, if something's speed is less than. Okay, I see. If strength is greater than, or if speed is less than, if I'm understanding that right. There's some Fanovor that I didn't decide to make because that wasn't, well, because that wasn't a feature. I wanted to have that feature. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get to some of these newer features because how many old ones that I have to go through, but I'll just have to get there by working right now. Oh, and this is one of my favorite names that I made for an attack. Gunpowdered talk. Yeah, I'll just leave it like that. Gunpowdered talk. And I'm pretty sure that doesn't make any sense, but okay. Okay, with the yellow spike, this has a 2 EN cost. It's whoa, base damage of 50. So, oh, and it's gonna, I think, what was the, I'll have to look back later. I can't remember how many spike effects that I've had previously, because I need to remember to click on consume spike if it consumes the spike. Okay, so no condition, or yes, conditions, spike with a yellow spike. New effect, and this will in fact consume the spike. Energy action increase by 1. You have to set the duration to infinite on this too. Tested that out. Effects user. I'm not going to take any risks, but just clicking on save effect seems to save everything about the attack. So that should be that Fanovor done. Well, besides a spiked chain, which, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's unfinished. Unfinished spike chain. Okay, Tanksmith doesn't have anything. This one does not either. No, that just... Yeah, I think the only other one with a spike effect that I had so far was Cybermite with Build-A-Bank, and yeah, the spike isn't consumed. So I didn't check that. Kind of weird. That's all the encrypted's done, and their only spike effects are something to do with increasing your own energy. Okay. For now, the only issue I have is lowering the stats of a Fanovor with an attack. Everything else works fine. I can either give a fixed value to turn my stat into or nothing. I can either give a fixed value to turn my stats into or nothing. Okay, it's just taking me a second to process that. Um, I, I know you had messed around with frequency in one image. I haven't used that. I haven't tested around with compound value or frequency. I'm assuming delay is just going to delay it a certain number of rounds. That should be pretty simple. But if you want to just decrease, it would decrease your self stat. I, or no, did I do it? I think I actually did it incorrectly earlier. I think I did. So let me just do that again. Because I always mix up decreasing the stats. Like, you always want to decrease your opponent's stats, not yourself. But you're decreasing your own stats, which you do sometimes. So I'll just do this as an example. Effect type strength action decrease value 10. Infinite. And effects user accuracy 100. Update Fanovor. Yeah, if I enter the value for the strength decrease to be 10, I won't lose 10 strength, but rather my strength. I won't lose 10 strength, but rather my strength will go down to 10, yeah. That's weird, because if I set it like this, it will work correctly. I'll just turn off my sound for a second so you can see. Hang on. I'll show you in a match. Yeah, there you go. Oh, test that. I do it the same way Alextrocute does it, and it works. Yeah, if that doesn't work for you, it's I don't know. It's just weird. Show me how you put it. I'll show you again this example that I did here. The hack zap unfinished. I'll zoom out a little bit. I have. Are you doing it? Do you have it on no conditions, or what condition are you trying it on? Maybe that's a part of it if it is a bug, but this is the effect that I am using, how I set it up to work. I'll just let you look at that for a second. Okay, leave that up for a little bit, but let's see here. What do I want to work on next? Because I'm thinking of changing up the attacks of some of my grouped Fanovor. I made the Techno pack and the Centuries pack. Well, maybe the Centuries wouldn't be changed up, but I think the Techno pack might be changed up a bit to fit more of their original idea. Or I'll probably just... I don't know. Maybe I'll end up making like two different versions. Like, this is the original version, this is the new version. I don't know. I'll just have to get to that when I come to it. But the thing is that I am coming to it here, so yeah. Could I start with the senseis next? Is that what I want to do? Let me see here. I guess I could. Yeah, no condition. I need to put the duration to infinite. Okay. Oh yeah. Sensei pack. I call it like Nanovore packs because just saying the technos or the centuries just sounds weird. Or senseis. This is the senseis. I like to say it's a sensei pack. So new set, the sensei pack. And we are going to be making Spydran. I know one of you used Spydran in one of our battles. No, it's not there. But I actually do change up a lot of the Nanovore that I made. Like, I look at them sometimes, and I just decide to change one of the attacks on them a little bit. So I think it was the Consolidate attack. I don't think you used it, but it's a little bit different now. This is how it's spelled. Spydran. Velocitron. 40. 267, 160, And a massive 525 swarm value. All of these attacks should work. I guess the only thing that I haven't tested yet is stunning. I guess I might as well try that out, because 4-fist hit stuns the user. Okay. Okay, cost 4. 70. Okay, that is not how you spell that. Okay, condition, no conditions. Let me actually test this here. No targets option, no targets option, no targets, no targets, and no targets. Were you trying... I don't think this target thing, the targets thing here is used as that. I know on a lot of the descriptions of the original Nanovor's attacks, it always says that it, like, targets one opponent, and everything is like that. There's never been an attack that hits multiple people, because you would... For it to be balanced, you would have to have it like it deals this much damage against one person and this much damage against however many people. Because you can't just be dealing normal attack damage to like 3 people in a group battle. Not like that would be super effective, because any Nanovore that could do that would be immediately splatted by everybody targeting it, I would assume. Now you can make temporary buffs. Yeah. Like my original idea for Turgid Veins, you can have temporary overrides, temporary single Nanovore buffs. And you can give your opponents overrides now too, and like, or give them negative overrides, I think. I think you could give your opponent a negative override, right? Yeah, you could just set it to decrease, affects target, and is override. I guess I'll have to show later. It's with Neo Basilisk 2.0. I don't really consider it a bug, because it just means that I had to add more effects. But the Unleash attack, it gives you and your opponent some stats, like in every stat. but I was like trying to go like this. Strength increase 10, duration rounds infinite. I set it to affect user and affect target, and I set accuracy to 100, but I think it only affected me for some reason. When I set it to affect me and the target, I had to... It worked when I made another effect to affect the target specifically, but I just don't know why it didn't work to affect the target and the user at the same time. Maybe I should test that out some more, since that only seemed to... You know, it wasn't really a test. I was just trying to make an attack. Okay, I don't even remember what I was doing here. Four-fisted hit. Okay, strength, stun. Oh, you can increase and decrease stun. Man, I guess I would have assumed that you could, but still. Yeah, I guess you should set duration rounds to infinite, because you can switch out your Fanovor, and if you didn't have it on infinite, would the stunning go away switching it out? I don't know, but just in case, I'm keeping it on infinite because it will still drain out, presumably. Okay, stun increase 1, infinite. Affects user. Accuracy 100. Okay. There you go. Oh. Hey, dog. Want to be pet? Here. He's just sitting right here beside me. Okay, look down here. It's 2:35. For this and the next round. Okay, how long is this live stream? 50 minutes. Probably gonna end the live stream soon. I don't know how long I want to do this, if that's okay with you guys. I love how throw debuffing overrides on the enemy. Yeah, you can. I just did that. What is the target menu condition for? Yeah, I brought this up before. The target is always empty. I thought, yeah, if future parameter isn't implemented yet, I assume that means you might be able to hit multiple people. Not sure how that could be balanced exactly, but it's essentially going to be, yeah. That's going to be a pretty cool feature. I just don't know exactly how I'm going to balance that, unless you can affect... I suppose you could set your base damage to lower than normal like after a spike override, and also with that spike override you attack multiple people at the same time. It was for taking into account your stats or the opponent's. Yeah. Taking into account the stats is just speed and strength. They don't have one for armor. But I think speed and strength, although you only have one operator for each, is probably the most important ones. Like, based on health or based on armor could be interesting, but I mean, I can't just conjure these features into existence. I'm gonna wait for, whatever you want to do. Yeah. Okay. No. New effect. Swap block. Increase to 2. Affects target. What would happen? I'm 99% sure nothing would happen, but man, what if swap block was an override? Like, what would that even mean? I don't know. I have no idea what a swap block override would be. I'm not gonna try it because I'm just trying to make this guy right now. Okay. Okay, Fort Fist hit I-beams. If my Nanovor's speed is above 50, he has a bonus effect. Or strength. Yeah. I guess it can be. Yeah, you can. Strength has to be greater than. Speed has to be less than. But you can set it to be like. Speed condition value. I guess I have to assume that it's checking the condition value from your opponent, because there's no option to say either you or your opponent here. That's only something down here. And that state, I don't want that. And what was this last thing? Yeah, consolidate. Wait. Oh, it's not the thing. I don't know why I don't know how it keeps saving, or why it always has this saved data writing stuff popping up. Places a +3 armor 15 speed. And removes the target's override. Okay, so this is going to take 3 effects. Shouldn't matter what order. Okay, so armor, increase, 3, infinite, effects user is override, 100. Effect and speed, so 15, should increase 15, infinite is override effects user 100. And finally, I think this is going to be the last thing that I do in this video. This should, well, I guess it did, just help anyone figure out how this works here. Move override increase. Yeah, you don't need to input any values in there, I'm pretty sure. I don't think. Did I have another one that removes overrides? I guess I have to test in this video the stunning thing. I suppose I'll do that before I check out, if anyone else hasn't already, which you very well might have. Okay, effects target 100. Yeah, I did make another Fanovor that removes the override, because I remember that 0 being there for some reason. It obviously doesn't affect anything, but it's just weird that it pops up there. Okay, so Spydran. Shoot. I'm pretty sure I hit update, but whatever. It's fine. I guess that's the end of the live stream then. I can remake him. It's not that hard. I don't know why that happens sometimes. Okay, I think that's it. I'll just recreate Spydran off camera. I think it's a bug that I've been having for a while. It's like, I've tried to describe it, but it's just like sometimes you can save your attacks, sometimes it's just sometimes it doesn't work. It's really hard to figure out. Maybe I just missed it. Maybe I clicked the wrong thing, I don't know, but Like I said, it's not that hard to redo that. I'll just do that in a little bit. And that's the end of the live stream. I didn't even do the intro, but storm is ending. I'm Alextrocute, and I will see you in the next video / live stream. Bye for now.